Hey everyone, welcome back to my garden. And I wanted to talk about today about bolting. What is bolting? Some of you may have heard people mention that term with growing lettuce. What bolting simply is basically a plant that has gone from vegetative stage into flowering stage, as you see right here. And the bolting refers to the actual stretching of the plant. As you see, it begins to shoot upwards and the base starts to thicken up, as well as the leaves become very bitter and sharp in flavor. So it's really not that pleasant. Some people enjoy the flavor of it, but I think the vast majority don't, and it tastes very different. When originally it's nice and sweet and buttery, flavorful, to a nice bitter, sharp taste that's not really that great. And right over here, this is I believe this is the black seeded Simpson. You see that it also started bolting, and I know because I tried a leaf the other day. Let's actually pick one off here. You can see up close. The leaves are nice and beautiful and curly. It grows nice and compact and prolific. Look, you can see right here. But the flavor just isn't there anymore. It's nice. Yeah, you see? I don't even want to finish chewing that. That's so bitter. So, and there's some preventative measures that you could do to basically stop your lettuce from bolting. Once it already bolted, it's already too late, unfortunately, and you could either let it go to seed, which will take a while and the plant will get really tall, taking up most of my space, or you could just cut it down and restart, which is probably what I'm going to be doing. I already have a bunch of new starter plants right there that are growing. Look at that, look at these beautiful new tomatoes that are forming right there, as well as right over here. This is a nice quick way to germinate a lot of seeds at once, and just come in and pluck that out of there and transplant it into its permanent home. So that's a quick, easy way to do that. But with the lettuce, unfortunately, once the temperature gets above, anything above during the daytime 75 degrees, the lettuce will probably automatically start shooting up. And you won't notice it at first because it'll stay nice and compact, like you look right here. But when you actually come in, you could see that it's stretching upwards instead of just out. So the temperature, keep watch of the temperature. During the day, you want it below 75. And at night, you want it nothing above 60, basically. So we had a couple of very hot days above in the 90s these last couple of days. And even though I'm growing this indoors, I do still keep the room, the room window open. So that probably affected the overall temperature inside of this grow room and changed it up, as well as these T5s produce quite a bit of heat. What I may do is either lift it up a little higher so next time, so it has a little bit more space, or what I'm probably gonna incorporate a fan to blow around and keeping the temperatures a little bit cooler, hopefully making a stronger, hardier plant and keeping the flavors. And another thing you could do to prevent bolting is also possibly put like a clear screen cover over here, blocking out some of the light. And if you have the space, you could do that. What I'm going to do is basically just drop the lights lower. I may even possibly change out these T5 light bulbs. I was doing some research. They have these LED replacement lights that produce some cool lights, cool temps, and it doesn't get hot, and it still gives the plants all of the lights that they need, really. So I'm going to look into that, and that might be a possibility. But for now, keeping the temperatures is basically the number one thing to look for. So you might want to get yourself a little temperature reader, a little thermometer that you hang in your green room. Probably a digital one would be the easiest one to use. And yeah, that's pretty much what I got for you. This beautiful romaine before we go. Nice and healthy looking. And also, if you look over at the ground cherries, right inside here, I can begin to see the first little husk in there forming. Let's see if we could see a little clearer. Right over here. You see that below my finger? That's going to be the first little cherry tomato. So we'll come back in about 2 weeks or so and see what it looks like when it grows nice and big. But for now, I'm going to be replanting my lettuce and hopefully prevent some bolting. Thanks for watching.